Hassan keeps trying to cancel me. Unfortunately, the blue Jew remains in this man's head like a brainworm. And unfortunately for him, we keep winning. So recently we've covered how Hassan Piker is 550% cooked on this channel in history's greatest franchise, the How Cooked is Hassan Piker franchise. But today we are doing something a little more fun. It's Hassan galvanizing all of his journalist friends in the industry to come after me. So we're gonna be responding. I can't believe this is even happening. But Doug, I'm just some random blue idiot on the internet and I ruined this man's life. This is so sad. Don't support terrorists next time, I guess. So I'll show you this clip. I've shown it to you once before, but I'll show it to you again because he basically galvanizes all of his journalist buddies here, and it starts working, man. They're starting to post articles about your boy and how I'm problematic and stuff because I'm going against the progressive mind of Hamas, Diddy, Bin Laden, Adolf Epstein Piker, well known for promoting terrorists and maybe having sex with children. All right, lock in, boys and girl. This is going to be a wild one. Recording this one off stream because it's literally that funny. All right, check this one out.
Hide their identities. A lot of them come from like marginalized backgrounds.
Right, he's talking about VTubers here.
Right? And now you got like fucking lolicon Nazi VTubers.
All right.
Like every fandom, no matter how gay, no matter how queer.
What a gay queer
no
fandom.
matter how like marginalized it might be initially.
It's such a gay and queer and inclusive fandom. In honor of Pride Month, the VTubers are gay. And then Nux comes along with his Nazi talking points. Bro's out there calling Jews Nazis every day. It's a good day to be Hassan.
Ultimately, always will have these fucking neo-Nazis show up to it and fuck up the bag for everybody else.
Can't even make this up, man. Oh, Lord.
Like, it's crazy. On the one hand, you got, like, Iron Mouse, and then on the other hand, you have...
Name drop Iron Mouse.
These, like, fucking lolicon VTubers
He's
who are...
terrified to mention my name. Also not a lolicon. I'll remind you that. But he doesn't care. He slanders me all the time.
Just insane. I saw a tweet about this. I saw a tweet about this on my timeline. It also went viral. It was like the fucking dude, the dude that's always complaining about me being like, Hassan is 700% done now.
I love this so much. I'm living in the best timeline.
Saying that he wants to sue me for slander for calling him a pedophile.
Which is slander.
Only to discover that a slander case would open him up to discovery.
So first of all, that's not true. A slander case does not open you up to discovery. And second of all, I don't give a shit. I don't got anything to hide on my desktop. Are you projecting there? I didn't go to any Diddy parties. All right, I didn't go to any brothels in Germany shut down for sex trafficking. Whatever. I showed you this clip, but there's a reason why I'm showing this to you again.
And I feel like his hard drives would be so criminal that...
He's just sitting there emoting to his audience that I'm a pedophile for criticizing him. It's the most insane shit in the world. This is hard-hitting journalism by Hamas Diddy journalist Piker.
He might actually go and face criminal repercussions in the aftermath of said situation.
What is he even talking about?
But someone basically was...
he's fighting the voices in his head, man.
Was quote retweeting it.
Right.
Being like, how the fuck are you... How are people seriously... Oh, here it is. I can't take any VTubers seriously, bro. You are a cartoon character. Imagine if Bugs Bunny was defending Israel and being a pedophile.
Call me a pedophile.
Lolicon Zionist VTuber says he's looking into lawsuits, learns about how Discovery works, immediately stops looking.
Yeah, none of that's true, but okay.
Went on CNN only hours after the shooting had taken place to make incredibly slanderous statements about me.
I don't remember him making any slanderous statements. You call me a pedophile. That's slander. So Mr. True. Hassan, in case we're counting. And then he pauses the clip because he can't actually finish the clip because, unfortunately, I might say something that's kind of insane.
Oh, aren't VTubers supposed to have, like, cool voices?
All right, and then he just, VTubers supposed to have cool voices, says Hassan Piker. Very cool. As he reads from the Free Luigi account. It's an entire community of terrorist supporters. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, so, aren't VTubers supposed to have cool voices? As you can see, he in this clip kind of goes after the VTuber community in general. He's like, VTubers are so gay and they're queer, they're marginalized, they're gay and lesbians. There are all sorts of different colors of gay on the pride flag. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk to you about this, well, there are a couple of reasons why I needed to show this to you specifically. So, first of all, speaking of gay, before we get into the articles that dropped about me. This is Hasan talking about his favorite flag on Pride Month.
Oh, let's talk about our favorite flags.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag? Yeah. Hezbollah.
Hezbollah, the terrorist organization that throws gay people off of rooftops. That's my favorite flag.
Look it up.
Oh. And look at this guy's face. He's like, oh, who invited this guy here? Why is he here? Oh, God.
I'm not even kidding. It's actually a dope flag.
I don't know flags.
It's this is a.
You know what? I'm gonna be brave.
Bro dropped that immediately. He just popped off with that.
My favorite flag.
It's got an AK on it and a fucking hand holding it up. Wow.
Son.
Or
they're just like, Hasan, why are you like this? And dude, it just looks like a mustard logo. It looks like a mustard bottle. It's not even a cool flag.
Or
we might have to cut this.
We're behind the paywall. It's fine.
Oh, let's.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the craziest shit. He literally cannot stop himself from glazing terrorists. It's like actually the most insane thing. So I felt like in honor of Pride Month, before getting into all the articles that I think Hasan triggered on me, I have to show you a quote from this guy. This is Hassan Nasrallah. This is the former leader of the Hezbollah terrorist organization. He's dead. May he rot in hell. It's going to be exciting. Anyway, Hasan likes this guy from multiple clips that I've shown in the past. This is what he has to say about gay people.
شو بتقول دواسات؟ بتقول انه موت لواط ما بيقدر يطلع علق
Tragic. They're stuck.
حتى لو تاب حتى لو بكي بنص الليل مع حاله بيوعى وبيستغفر وبيتوب وبيصوم.
But they could fast, they could repent, they could cry, self-flagellate themselves.
يعني أنا سمعت بأشخاص وأعرف خاوي صار معهم هذا الشيء وفي على حاله.
They became aware of the gay. They woke up and they were like, holy shit, I'm aware of the gay. They start fasting. Stuck in the gay. What a crime. Okay, they're stuck in the gay. Now, concerning those crimes.
الجرائم التي تدمر العائلة عندنا أحكام حاسمة بالشريعة الإسلامية. لكن شو الفرق؟ لأن هون واحد بيتوقف عند شيء.
All right.
Right,
so adultery. All right, adultery. Before we get into the gay punishment, let's talk about adultery. Yes. If they were unmarried, public flogging. You whack them in the street with a stick. All right. If they're unmarried. If they were married, though, execution. But when it comes to gay people, no distinction. Doesn't matter if you're married. Doesn't matter if you're unmarried. We execute you. From the first time, even unmarried, they shall be killed. All right, so this is the leader of Hezbollah. In honor of Pride Month, they're raiding flags, and he's like, yeah, the Hezbollah flag is my favorite. You can't make this. Leftist progressive streamer Hassan Piker really cooking on this one. Now, I thought that it was important to show this because he's been on, I think the major reason why Hassan has been on a tirade against me is because I am one of the front-running individuals on the internet that actually calls out his bullshit when it comes to his political stuff. Obviously, I think a lot of people cover his shit at this point. You got MorePegasus, you got Tectone, you got Asmongold, you got the GOAT Avengers, all right? All the legends out there. Love all of them. But I don't think anyone else actually goes through the weeds of his actual political takes like I do. As you can see, in 550% Fuck, they basically completely deconstruct his entire arguments in regards to specifically how he basically just regurgitates Hamas propaganda constantly. So this guy is the leader of the ADL. I don't like the ADL. However, I do like that they are calling Hasan out on every news organization on the planet. So he went on Fox News to call out Hasan. He went on CNN to call out Hasan. And here he is on CBS to call out Hasan.
In an environment where you have graduation speakers spreading blood libels, in an environment where you have social media influencers making baseless claims.
Like who?
People like Hassan Piker over on Twitch. There's others on TikTok and Instagram saying wild, baseless things about Jews, about Zionists, about Israelis.
It's true.
Vlad, I worry
right.
that this could even get worse. So I think we really need tech
He's not even wrong.
to step up and stop, lifting up these intemperate voices. We need elected officials to speak out. We need people from all walks of life to stand with their Jewish friends and neighbors today, maybe show up for their own walk next weekend and say we won't be intimidated by the bigots.
Anyway, he keeps going. That's not really the point. That's not really the point. And of course, Hasan losing his absolute shit. I love it so much. And I'm telling you, man, I'm not saying that I deserve any credit. I probably don't deserve any credit for any of this. All right, listen, I'm just out here publicizing his bullshit to the world, and it's working. All right, listen, it's his fault. Operation Let Him Speak is activated, and he is just speaking. So this is him reacting to that shit.
Like, what am I doing?
Oh, you're promoting terrorist propaganda constantly. You're providing, in my opinion, material support to terrorists. You are constantly talking about how we should bring violence to America to cause American fatigue of support of Jews in Israel.
Can you just say what I'm doing?
I am. I just said what you're doing.
Other than just lying and being like, he
Where's
is
the
saying
lie?
exterminationist rhetoric about Jews. Like,
Bro, he did. Bro, he literally did. Go watch the How Fucked is Hassan Piker franchise.
just fucking, because the reality is, if you were to turn around and be like, people like Hassan Piker on twitch.tv are saying Israel is doing a genocide.
That's not what he's saying. You have the right to an opinion. You do not have the right to incite violence, which you do constantly. Dude, okay, I showed this in Hassan Piker is 550% fucked. That one was genuinely a banger. I'm not even gonna lie. Hassan Piker, 550% fucked, was actually kind of goated. I highly recommend checking it out. It was literally dope. It was him not only downplaying the fucking retard terrorist that was lighting Jews on fire in Colorado, which is the most insane shit in the universe, but also, not dude is spreading fucking lies, constantly talking about how he wants to start an IRA-style terrorist organization in the United States of America. That was how I understood his speech. You should check it out. He wants to bomb Americans to cause Israel fatigue. All right, that's fucking crazy. And he has incited his audience to violence to kill 2 United States senators.
Must be stopped.
In my opinion.
If you were to say that out loud on a broadcast, everyone would turn around and go, what the fuck do you mean? He's right. He can't seem to get my name out of his mouth. Is crazy.
Dude is crashing out that he's this dude is making the rounds. Dude, I have nothing but respect for a fellow generational hater. Making the rounds, going everywhere. A proud fan of the How Fucked is Hassan Piker franchise, if I do say so myself. Going around on every news station.
Please, he's out here issuing an American fatwa on you. I know. It's crazy. I'm sorry for making fun of him for
I'm so sorry, please.
Being bald.
I'm sorry for making fun of you for being bald. No, please just stop. Please just stop making fun of me. Stop talking about me on the news. They're gonna fucking arrest me. Yes, they are. So, in my opinion, that's one of the reasons why Hassan has a specific hate boner for me. Also, I'm Jewish, which is another reason why Hassan has a hate boner for me. Now, I did something pretty cool and based. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that thing that I did was exist. So, Hassan decided to call the fucking Goon Squad, all right? The vice journalist Goon Squad to start writing bullshit articles about me. So...
Context has been known to threaten critics that he will get his journalist buddies to apply pressure and get them banned.
Why is CNN covering Hassan positively? Like, these guys don't understand. Most people in mainstream media don't know who the fuck Asmongold is, don't know who the fuck Tectone is, don't know who the fuck Frogan is, Denims is, Central Committee is. They barely know who the fuck I am. Okay? And the ones who know who the fuck I am in mainstream media obviously understand that, like, I'm a controversial figure, but ultimately a force for good, a force for progressive politics. We are lucky that mainstream media does not know who the fuck Asmongold is. If I wanted to destroy Twitter, I would literally go to every single one of my journalist friends and be like, hey, cover Asmongold. Cover how cover how Twitch is allowing Asmongold to run rampant, to run his fucking dirty ass dick all up and down the goddamn platform, saying the most insane shit. Most of the movers and shakers do not know who any of us are, myself included, and luckily not Asmongold. If I was the same type of person as Asmongold, if I was a rat fuck who wanted to screw up this entire platform and then fuck off and, like, I don't know, get a kickback or go to YouTube, then I would literally blow up the platform by doing this SJW nonsense over and over again, by constantly going to my fucking journalist friends and being like, look at this fucking racist. Look at this racist. Why don't you do coverage over this racist? Why doesn't Twitch ban this fucking racist? Who do you think, out of all of those reputable outlets, would they actually cover with ease? Who do you think would actually get the headlines? Who would actually become a headline? The guy who fucking does unlimited white supremacist propaganda every fucking day to 50,000 people, who has destroyed the Daily Wire's prominence in the online sphere? Or a guy like myself who, yes, has radical perspectives, but is on the right side and definitely has opinions that are not that far removed from the average fucking journalist.
More people are searching up stuff about VTubers. That's good and bad. All right, I'll read the article in a little, but just to show you the actual fucking hit piece shit. It negatively shapes the entire reputation of the VTubing landscape and impacts how other people discuss VTubing as a whole. Oh, the fake worry about VTubing. Look no further than Taku repeatedly beefing with Hassan Piker. What? That's your context? Not the fact that I'm calling out a terrorist supporter? For proof that yes, VTubers are increasingly entering the largest streamer drama news cycle. It's not a great look, both for Nux. Not true. It's a great look for Nux. You're wrong. I'm doing better than ever. Loving life. Literally making so many friends over the downfall of terrorists and the wider VTubing community. Every time a VTuber stirs the pot with a major streamer, they're setting a negative first impression with normies. First of all, fuck the normies. Second of all, what are you talking about? Like, are you completely insane? All right, we'll break down this article in a little bit. We don't need to get into too many weeds and details right now. I want to spend a minute later. But what are you even talking about? On Vice? Dude, this is on Vice. An actual news site. Writing an article like this saying that, wow, it's not a good look for all of VTubers that I am beefing with a streamer that supports terrorist organizations daily on his stream and constantly and consistently provides genocidal rhetoric against Jews, especially in Israel. He not only that, he has incited the murder of, in my opinion, he has incited his audience to kill 2 United States senators based on the shit that I've already shown you in the How Fucked Is Hassan Piker franchise. And it keeps going. It keeps getting worse. How on earth is me calling them out a bad look on VTubing? The Vice journalist that attacked Kirsche says that it's a bad look for VTubing that I don't support terrorists in many such cases. How dare you exist in animated form and still have opinions? Suck the Hassan dick. Praise the terrorist flag. That one gay podcast, don't question. Just do as you're told. Now, the best part about this whole thing is the fact that I think any normal human being will actually see what's going on and realize that it's absolute bullshit. Now, it gets a little more interesting. You might recognize the name of the author of this specific Vice article. This Vice article was written by Valens themselves. This is the journalist that went on the entire tirade against Kirsche, unironically trying their absolute best to go after sponsors, to completely cancel her, to obliterate her. They called her a Nazi white supremacist bigot. It's the moves. Hello, I'm called a neo-Nazi by Hassan every day, unironically. I am called a neo-Nazi every day by this guy who's glazing fucking terrorist flags on a gay podcast, and the terrorists murder gay people. Hassan declares his love for a far-right Islamic terrorist organization known for the execution of gay men in front of openly gay co-hosts during Pride Month. This is the greatest thing in the world. You can't make this up. Like, can you imagine if someone asked me your favorite flag and I just immediately slammed down on the table the Nazi flag and be like, holy shit, it's just so based and cool the way the swastika is like at a 45-degree angle? Like, it's insane. Now, when you do a little more research into anal violence, first, I'm gonna show you Asmongold doing a little bit of research. You know what? I'm gonna show it to you in a different order. This is just so much funnier. It's just so much funnier. All right, so Anna yet again proving that they are a tourist. What exactly is the problem with beefing with Hassan? True! Only people that would be a problem for are the ones that have Hassan's dicks in their mouths. Or are VTubers supposed to only raise money for charity? Meanwhile, anal violence. This is the fucking news reporter that wrote shit about me. Can't even make this up. It's actually insane. This is Hassan talking about how he was quote-unquote detained at the border and questioned for hours over politics, which was debunked as a massive hoax. Hassan Piker hoaxed the world. I covered this previously in the How Fucked Is Hassan Piker franchise, but this is a lie. He was not held up at the border for multiple hours. All the news organizations ran with a fake story, and this is anal violence. Based Hassan, he's absolutely inspired by political beliefs and approaches. As of late, we stand up to them and we tell them we aren't easily bullied. Dog, Hassan's political beliefs are calling for violent murders of people you don't like. It's calling for the deaths of United States senators. It's essentially glazing a terrorist that murdered 2 random Israeli staffers in Washington, D.C. It's saying that the guy who murdered random Americans was genuine with his actions because, hey, he was frustrated about a conflict in the Middle East. This is the guy that glazes Luigi Mangione for murdering a healthcare CEO. Also not a good guy, to be honest, the healthcare CEO. Didn't shed that many tears over his passing. But when you are constantly promoting actual violence for political goals, you are a terrorist. That is quintessential terrorism. So anal violence over here is out there based Hassan. He's inspired by political beliefs. What are you, a terrorist? Is that the political beliefs he's inspired? Like, obviously this person is writing negative articles about me. No, duh. Vice. More people are searching up stuff about VTubers. That's good and bad. More people want to be VTubers. More people are learning about VTubing's dark side. Anal violence. VTubers. VTubers. VTubers are such a nice thing. Aren't VTubers a nice thing? VTubers don't uncork those champagne bottles yet. Yes, you're about to become more popular as Gen Z hops onto YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and even Kick in droves. Even Kick. But another less than ideal element of the VTubing community will also play interest in the content creation industry. There is something so much worse hiding beneath the surface. According to Google searches, Google Trends, there's a gradual upward increase in the US towards VTubers since 2020. VTubers are getting more famous. VTubing topic searches exploded in popularity in fall 2020, coinciding with the rise of VTubers in the first year of the pandemic. Then VTubers saw an enormous jump in searches from December 2021 to March 2022. This is a journalist, by the way, literally just looking at Google Trends and being like, oh my god, look at all the research I'm doing. Journalism! Save the massive spike in July. VTuber topics seemed generally plateaued in 2023, and that changed in December 2023. Raised interest in VTubers throughout 2024 and 2025. In fact, VTubing hit an all-time high as a topic in April 2025, a peak that practically continued into May 2025. I'm not trying to glaze myself here, but this was literally the beginning of the how fucked is Hassan Piker French. I'm not trying. It could be many things. Listen, it could have been many things at the same time that got people to start watching VTubers, but you are literally exactly talking about when the how fucked is Hassan Piker franchise started. This was likely due to a series of controversies in the VTuber space. You're welcome during that period, some of which involve stories that the reporter later retracted, including anal violence. Yep, we're talking about the kirsche smear campaign, which we're going to be talking about in just a minute. Because yes, obviously it's the same bullshit. Essentially, the funniest thing is just looking at this stupid bullshit graphs and be like, oh yes, according to graphs, things are happening. All right, so this is Cinder. Cinder was in controversy for backstabbing basically all of her friends. I covered this. But the craziest thing is, third and most importantly of all, VTubers are becoming more relevant because of how they how they are on the internet. Major VTubers and major content creators, how they interact with others matters. So does their behavior outside the VTuber community. I love how this matters. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm using an animated fucking avatar to represent myself on screen because I don't want to get doxxed and murdered by Hassan fans. VTubers are leaving orbit. They are interacting with non-VTubers and total strangers to VTubing are learning more about the industry as a result. On the one hand, this is positive. Think Doki Bird, raising money for charity, Iron Mouse, going to Washington, even Pukra in Death Stranding 2. Okay. On the other hand, huge negative. The VTuber landscape is in shambles. VTubing as a whole is in shambles. Look no further than Taku. Look no further. He's the quintessential example of the guy bringing shit to the community. Repeatedly beefing with Hassan Abi. I love how there's no actual, like, literal discussion as to what the beef is. It's like, you realize you are running defense for terrorists and calling me out as the bad guy. For proof that, yes, VTubers are increasingly entering the streamer drama news cycle. No! It's not a great look. Both for Nux, disagree, and for the wider VTuber community. Every time a VTuber stirs the pot with a major streamer, they're setting a negative first impression with normies. Yeah, which again, fuck the normies. I don't actually give a shit. I'll be real here. I don't actually care. I don't care. I'm the most based VTuber. Or at least top 3. I am top 3 most based VTubers. And I actually don't give a flying fuck if you disagree with me. I don't even care if you disagree with my opinions. I don't actually even care about bringing positive light to the VTuber community. Believe it or not, I actually don't give a shit about any of that. I am making content that I enjoy making, and B, I think it's a positive force on the world. And because you're a terrorist glazing supporting retard and your morals and perspectives literally warped your mind so much that you think I am the bad guy here, then with all due respect, I don't give a flying shit about you. Not even a little bit. Especially after doing a little more research into this anal violence character, I've seen some wacky, wild, unhinged, fucking insane shit. So this was a reply. Never mind, the post as an account no longer exists. This was shown to me literally yesterday. This is anal violence. A journalist for Vice and also a transgender activist, many such cases. And this is, I'll just play it. This is some fetish content that was recorded, all right? I'm a danger to VTubing, and this is what anal violence is putting on the internet.
An Instagram group chat where all the cis girls share their nudes so trans girls can get ready to go breed them when quarantine ends. But the future that I want is, I just wanna live in a world where you can walk down the street and you don't even have to worry about whether you're going to be able to breed that good fucking macaroni in a pot puss.
This is awful, man.
That's not a tall ask. And I think that's the future for all of us, is just destroying that pussy wherever you go, whenever you go. I have more to say on this that I'm going to be saving for my private Patreon account.
Yeah, I won't be paying for that.
But absolutely, you know, fund it. Visit your local trans girl, cis girl breeding facility. And also, if you ever get the chance to go to a cis girl, trans girl breeding facility where the trans girls get bred, wild time, definitely recommend it. Unfortunately, they're a little gentrified right now. You know, there's a lot of real estate developers there.
I can't even make this shit up. This individual is dropping fucking weird fetish rape fantasies of forced breeding of cis girls by trans girls. Yeah, you can't even make this up. These are my enemies. These are my enemies. We have found them. Terrorist supporters and whatever the fuck is happening here.
Future, there are a number of institutions that emerge. If you are a trans girl, or if you are trans feminine, you can go ahead and sign up for a reservation slot to an all-day access to one of many breeding facilities. Where you get to breed the shit out of that cis girl pussy. You can absolutely devastate that shit, you know, fucking destroy it, murder it. It's done. Like, they have to cycle the girls out because that pussy is absolutely out of commission. And now we have breeding.
This is insanity.
We have breeding bookstores, breeding movie theaters. Those are really nice. You have breeding adult schools. You have breeding esports arenas. Very fun. This is something we're building. This is the future.
This is a Vice journalist, a journalist for Vice, one of the largest publications on the internet, that is calling me out for being a bad look, for going against terrorism. All right? And this is the shit that they're posting. All right?
This is what TERFs don't want. They understand that we're trying to build these breeding facilities, and it's really important for you to
see. And honestly, all the transphobes immediately died. Every transphobe immediately was like, yo, you know what? We should not be transphobic anymore because of this person. This person is making the argument that transphobia is in fact misplaced, or the opposite of that. You decide.
Find your local trans girl top who is absolutely destroying that good pussy right now.
All right, I'm done. There's a lot more of this, and I don't think any of us actually want to hear it. So Asmongold made a clip talking about this anal violence individual a couple of weeks ago, going on a massive tirade against Kirsche, another VTuber who this person called a white supremacist, Nazi, bigot, homophobe, whatever, all the fucking slurs and all the phobes and ists. You know, it's the move, right? You don't actually go against the ideas, you go against the person. That's the strategy every single time. It's like Hasan. He will never address my arguments at all. He won't even say my name because he's terrified. Bro's shitting his pants. He is scared. He's scared as fuck about me. All right, ever since the lawsuit, he has been trying his absolute best to not mention me. Ever since he talked about a potential lawsuit involved, because he knows I would absolutely fucking destroy him in court. I just don't want to reveal my personal information to a guy who literally has an entire simp army of terrorists, okay? So, yeah, that's literally the thing holding me back right now. So, anywho, let's see what Asmongold had to say about anal violence.
In the future, there are a number of institutions that emerge. If you are a trans girl, you can go ahead and sign up for a reservation slot to an all-day access to one of many breeding facilities where you get to breed the shit.
These are all of Hassan's journalist buddies, and Hassan calls me a lolicon, which is, first of all, not even true. It's not even true. Lolicon is it's his word for pedophile. It's disgusting. It's insanity.
Get out of that cis girl. You can absolutely.
This is the person who wrote the article that caused this VTuber to lose this sponsorship.
Correct.
Who has written multiple fan fictions about trans people having non-consensual sex with cis women.
Murder it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, in my opinion, bringing the trans movement so much positivity. All right, as someone that's so worried about the optics of the VTuber community, all right, I am ruining the VTuber community with my optics of beefing with Hassan Piker. This person, not at all bringing bad optics to the fucking to trans people, right? Yeah, absolutely.
It's done. They have to cycle the girls out. Now we have breeding saunas, we have breeding bookstores, breeding movie theaters. This is something we're building. This is the future. I just want to live in a world where you can walk down the street. You don't even have to worry about whether you're going to be able to breed that good wherever you go, whenever.
So this
profoundly neurodivergent
has been let on the loose, writing articles about people.
That's it. Why is this gamer subs VTuber pushing the great replacement theory? Which, first of all, didn't even happen. And second of all, this is literally going after VTubers or just anyone that they possibly can. Meet Kirsche. One of her fans is a Nazi and a valens. Look at that, bro. It didn't even make this. By the way, I didn't even know this article came out. I don't actually ego search myself and look up different articles, how they're written about me, because there are a lot of them, especially since the Hasan shit. Kirsche specifically messaged me, and she's like, you remember the fucking retard journalist that was going after me? They're going after you now, and sent me the article. I was losing it. It's the funniest shit in the world.
Faming them, lying about them, misrepresenting them, trying to get people canceled. Unfortunately, one of them worked as a response to this freak and saying that VTubing
is a problem with right-wing harassment. Bro, you are the one harassing people. Left-wing harassment is so much worse than right-wing harassment. I know that everyone likes to live in their bubble and think that, oh, I am anti-racist and I am inclusive and I love trans people, so therefore I am not a harasser and you are the bad guy and I'm gonna firebomb your Tesla dealership and I'm gonna light Jews on fire. Like, dude, it's not the right that's the problem right now when it comes to harassment and violence. I don't know if you're aware.
Has a bigotry problem while you're writing fan fiction about the mass of women. The game that Kirsche promoted a lot has decided to capitulate. They have decided to give in to cancel culture. So this is...
And that's why I fought back and I pushed back on this cancel culture and I think won at the end of the day. I really do. Obviously, it's a shitty situation, but I really do believe Kirsche walked away with her head held high.
Obviously gone very badly for them. And you've got, again, people uninstalling the game, refunding the game. Let's take a look at some of the reviews here. All negative, all negative. So show the graph on the top right. I'm not show graph. Jesus. I am so happy to see people finally pushing back on this. I hope they don't stop. I don't know whether this game is good or not, but I think that there needs to be, and this is the way that you fight against this type of cancel culture.
Agreed. I completely agree. And they're scared that they're losing control. They had control over the cancel culture thing for a very long time. Their hands were on the throat of people. If they write that you're a racist, Nazi bigot, your life is over. But not anymore, guys. Not anymore. You got Hasan, the largest leftist political streamer, going on his stream every day and shitting and crying about me. Shitting his pants, screaming and wailing. No, the Nazi VTuber guy. No, he's a Zionist. Oh, no. Right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My career is doing better than ever. Your fucking atrocities and bullshit, it's disgusting. I think, definitely warps people's perception of me in the public because you're a large voice. But I don't give a shit, and I'm not gonna back down. No more pussy shit. It's over. It's completely over. Cancel culture's dead, and I will be on the train trying to kill it. Anyone that gets canceled, message me. I will be on your side. I don't even care if you're a bad guy. I will be on your side just because I don't want the cancel culture shit to happen, unless you do a crime. All right, but the bar is crimes. If you're not doing a crime, I will be on your side. Literally every time.
Is that you make the consequences for giving into it worse than not giving into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The fight back against cancel culture.
That's it. You reap what you sow. You do.
I completely agree. So anyway, this is, once again, anal violence, the individual that's going after me and all that shit. Of course, that's not the only Hasan journalist friend that's fucking going after me. So this is Taylor Lorenz. I've talked about her in the past. Another Hassan Piker journalist glazer. I've mentioned her previously on the How Fucked is Hassan Piker franchise, but now I am a target. Just retweeting shit like this. Nux Taku defends sexualization of underage women. I literally never did that. I am against that in every possible way. What are you talking about? And has admitted to watching CSAM. Also not true. This is not a real thing. I have never admitted it. I have never watched it. This is not a real thing. Not true. CSAM is child sexual assault material. This is child porn. All right. So this is some random guy who slanders me. He's got all the fucking flags in his bio. That's how you know he's a real retard. Nux Taku defends actual slander, retweeted, reposted by Taylor Lorenz, a journalist, by the way, journalist. Another one of those journalists that glaze Hasan. Got Hasan schmeat in her throat. She's schmorgling his jorg literally down there. Oh, I can barely even hear the words she says. His schmeat is so deep down. oh, maybe you should spend less time doing things like that. That's slander. That's libel. You cannot say these things. This is not legal. What do you mean doing things like that? Like what? Like this? That's slander. It's not true. It didn't happen. So when I see stuff like this and more time reading some books, I actually read a lot of books, actually. I'm not going to lie. I read a lot of books, but I don't actually care what you have to say about me. So, moving on. This is an individual. I never heard of this person. Kirsche actually linked me this tweet and said, hey, did you know that this person actually was involved in... When I heard this, I couldn't even believe it, to be honest. I was shocked. It's like, did you ever hear of this person? This person went on a campaign to get disabled women removed from their government housing in Scotland. I was like, what? What? Yeah. So anyway, this is a clip that this person posted, jumping on the Vice journalist cancel campaign. Yes, Nux, you do make us VTubers look bad. You do more than push pro-genocide arguments. No, I don't. Hassan pushes pro-genocide arguments when he literally supports the, Hamas terrorists that have genocidal rhetoric, saying that they want to kill all Jews and all Christians, death to Israel, death to America. Those are the genocidal freaks, the ones that I am actually against. I am anti-genocide. But anyway, let's just assume that this is true for a second. You do more than push pro-genocide. Well, what's more than pro-genocide? You also push transphobic rhetoric. No. That is a level higher than pro-genocide. You're so right. Misgendering somebody, maybe? Oh, I can't even fathom doing such a thing, which results in you giving analogies that insinuate trans people are rapists. Newsflash, some trans people are rapists. This is directly from your second channel. All right, you ready for the most damning clip of my career? This individual dropped the most damning clip of my entire YouTube career. Are you ready? Listen, why would you be against the LGBT movement? Why would you be against the transgender movement if the transgender movement doesn't affect you at all? Anyway, we're gonna teach your children that they should cut their dicks off. Yep, that's right, baby. Don't worry, it's all cool. Not getting involved. Not trying to invade your space at all. But put me in a woman's prison so I could rape the women there. Yeah,
Jesus Christ, Nux! Jesus! What the fuck? Like, Nux, I know you're trying to grift to the far right content. You're trying to grift to that audience to get the bag, but you don't have to say the horrendous shit. It's like if Twitter Blue became a VTuber.
Listen, I stand by everything I said in that clip. Everything. I stand by it completely. 10 toes on the ground. I literally stand by everything. This is you trying to cancel me, bro? What is even happening? I literally stand 100% 10 toes down by exactly what I said in that clip. A lot of people make the argument that, oh, why are you transgender? Why the movement it doesn't affect anyone. No one is affected. Just let people live their life the way they want to. But then it turns out that the movement really doesn't just stop there, does it? It also involves getting, surgeries for children, puberty blockers for children, ruining the lives of children. Also, you have many examples of transgender prisoner who sexually assaulted inmates jailed for life, where you have someone who goes to court who says that I am a biological man, but I identify as a woman, and they're like, okay, and then they will put this biological male who could be a rapist, for all you know, in a women's prison. And no shit. I pulled up just randomly a bunch of articles. Man posing as transgender woman, raped female prisoner at Rikers. And okay, this one has the thing. Transgender prison experiment uncovered. Male to female inmates in women's cell blocks drive rising numbers of rapes and abuse on the new front line in America's culture wars. This is insane, and it shouldn't be happening. I think we all need to come together and realize that this shit should not be happening at all. I don't think that your rights and your human rights should have any grounds whatsoever to overwrite the rights of anyone else. So when it comes to biological men going into women's bathrooms, women's prisons, women's sports, I think that shit is abhorrent and should immediately be stopped. Of course I stand by everything that I said. I'll even show you the clip one more time because I stand by it so much. Listen, why would you be against the LGBT movement? Why would you be against the transgender movement if the transgender movement doesn't affect you at all? Right, that's the argument people make. Anyway, we're gonna teach your children that they should cut their dicks off. Yep, that's right, baby. Don't worry, it's all cool. Not getting involved. Not trying to invade your space at all. But put me in a woman's prison so I could rape the women there. Yeah,
Jesus Christ, Nux! Jesus! What the fuck? Like, Nux, I know you're trying to grift to the far right content. You're trying to grift to that audience to get the bag, but you don't have to say the horrendous shit.
Yeah, I stand by the horrendous shit. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Cancel me. Do it. Do it, anal violence. Write more articles, please. Please do, absolutely. Please, go for it. I don't care. Absolutely. I don't mind whatsoever. I give you free reign, anal violence. Anything other than slander, come at me, bro. Show me your true colors. Keep glazing some Hassan Schmeat, all right? Keep teaming up with terrorists and taking the moral high ground about how I'm ruining the space. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was my response to the latest cancellation. I love how Hassan Piker is too much of an actual pushy, to actually come out there and talk about me himself, that he has to activate his army of retard, limp dick, just schmorgle-sucking vampires in the media industry, quote-unquote journalists, just going out there literally slandering me and standing on the side of terrorism. You know what? Please keep doing that. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.